What do you call a man who defeats assassins, unites a broken empire, crushes the mightiest Crusader army, and still earns the respect of his enemies? In the blazing summer of 1187, a Muslim general stood on the hills of Hattin. Before him, the Crusader army burned, trapped, thirsty, broken. What followed would change the future of Jerusalem, Europe, and the Islamic world forever. This is the rise of Saladin, the warrior, the diplomat, the legend. Saladin wasn't born a conqueror. He became one. As a young commander under the Zengid dynasty, Saladin faced threats from all sides. But one group stood out: the Assassins. These feared killers had already tried to take Saladin's life twice. So, in a rare and bold move, he struck back. He marched his army to the mountain fortress of Masyaf, the very heart of the Assassin Order. His forces not only defeated the defenders, they burned everything around it, a message to all who dared to threaten him. But Saladin didn't rely on the sword alone. He married the widow of Nur ad-Din, his former ruler, and later married the daughter of a powerful Syrian leader. In doing so, Saladin united two powerful dynasties. He wasn't just building an army, he was building a network. In 1177, Saladin led an army into Palestine. But at Montgisard, his forces were crushed by a much smaller Frankish army. Still, he didn't give up. Just 2 years later, he struck back, hard, and took victories near Jordan and again near Montgisard. He had a mission: remove the Western Crusaders from the Middle East. That idea, a unified Islamic defense, brought him massive support. People didn't just see him as a ruler, they saw him as a protector of Islam. Saladin became known for his fairness, generosity, and justice. Even his enemies admitted Saladin wasn't cruel. He was noble, and that made him dangerous. In 1183, Saladin captured Aleppo, one of the most important cities in Syria. He also created a powerful Egyptian navy to protect against Christian invasions from the sea. Then, in 1185, he signed a peace treaty with the Byzantine Empire. Together, they aimed to stop a rising threat: the Seljuk Turks. While Europe argued over who would rule Jerusalem, Saladin watched and waited. Then, in 1187, the Franks made a mistake. They attacked the castle of Kerak, commanded by Saladin's own son. That was the final straw. Saladin began to gather an enormous army. From Egypt, Syria, Aleppo, and Jazira, thousands of men came to fight under his banner. He was ready. In July 1187, Saladin set his trap. His mounted archers attacked the Crusaders and then retreated, not to win, but to wear them down. Then, on July 4th, Saladin launched his full assault. 20,000 Muslim troops faced the Crusader army led by King Guy of Lusignan. The Crusaders had about 1,300 knights and 15,000 infantry. But they were exhausted, low on water, and marching through dry, open land. Saladin ordered his men to set fire to the grass. Smoke and flames choked the Crusaders as they stumbled forward, dehydrated and disoriented. Only Raymond of Tripoli and a few cavalry broke through. The rest, surrounded, defeated. The victory was total. Saladin captured many nobles. Some, like King Guy, were ransomed. Others, like the brutal Reynald of Chatillon, were executed on the spot. The Knights Templar and Hospitallers were also killed. Saladin had no mercy for them. He had destroyed the heart of the Crusader army. With the Crusaders broken, Jerusalem was nearly defenseless. By September 1187, Saladin entered the Holy City. Unlike the Crusaders 88 years earlier, Saladin did not massacre civilians. Christians were allowed to leave or stay and pay a tax. Eastern Christians remained unharmed. Many churches were turned into mosques, but Jerusalem's streets didn't run with blood. It was a peaceful handover. rare for the time. Then Saladin kept going. He conquered Caesarea, Jaffa, Nazareth, Tiberias, Acre. One by one, Crusader strongholds fell, but Europe wasn't done yet. The fall of Jerusalem shocked Europe. In 1187, Pope Gregory VIII called for a new crusade. This one was bigger, stronger, more united. Kings from Germany, France, and England joined forces. Even Richard the Lionheart of England took up the cross. They aimed to reclaim the Holy Land. By July 1191, they captured Acre, along with 70 of Saladin's ships. Then they marched south toward Jerusalem. In September, they clashed with Saladin's army at Arsuf. The Crusaders won, a rare defeat for Saladin. They also retook Jaffa and parts of the coast. Saladin held Jerusalem, but the war hurt his image. His troops were tired, his resources drained. Still, Saladin didn't give up. On March 4th, 1193, Saladin died at just 56 years old. He had spent years at war. His body finally gave out. He left behind almost no money. He had given most of it to the poor. But he left something greater, a legacy. Saladin founded the Ayyubid dynasty, which ruled Egypt until 1250 and Syria until 1260. After his death, the alliance he built quickly fell apart. No one could lead like him, but his name lived on in poems, books, and stories, even in Europe, where some crusaders admired him for his honor and mercy. To this day, Saladin is remembered as one of history's most respected Muslim leaders, a warrior who fought fiercely but never forgot compassion. Saladin's life teaches us something simple but powerful. Victory is not just about power. It's about unity, justice, and timing. He didn't just change maps, he changed hearts, both in the East and the West. Thanks for hacking the past with us. If today's hidden chapter blew your mind, tap like, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss our next deep dive. Drop your theories in the comments, share the video with fellow time travelers, and we'll see you in the next heist through history.